Welcome back. This is KTN News Desk. If you're seated here, you know we're having our afternoon business chat. And today we want to talk about personal financing. Does it even exist, and how can you access it? And to help me understand that better is Jacqueline Nyaga, who's a senior manager at Faulu Microfinance Bank. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
And she's insisting it's Microfinance Bank. Why?
The reason we are insisting it's Microfinance Bank is because Faulu has come a long journey.
Right.
We started as a simple non-governmental organization, but we have progressed from step to step with the help of Kenyans who have been very good customers. Now we are saying we are taking them to the next level. So we are still maintaining a very strong focus on our foundations, but we want to focus on other sectors as well, because we believe that all Kenyans should access financial services.
Madam, you've mentioned personal finance and personal banking, financing rather, and there's a figure of 9.5%. Tell us about that.
9.5% reiterates our commitment to Kenyans, that you can access loans from as low as 5,000 shillings to millions, depending on whether you're just starting out in life as a business person or as an employed, self-employed person. But you can also access millions of shillings. But the key message to Kenyans is that you can do that at an affordable rate. And that you can succeed even as Faulu succeeds, because the sector is quite profitable. Yes.
Many studies have been done, and a lot of lending institutions have been seen to shy away from small-time businessmen and startups and people who are just starting out. What makes Faulu so confident in this?
Faulu is confident because in our 20 years existence, we focused on the bottom of the pyramid. Those people that were in what is called chamas or groups or merry-go-round self-help groups, we have a capacity to understand how those function. So we have maintained our focus on those, but the exciting thing is we have seen that as we have continued to serve them, they did not remain at that level. That the services and the loans that we gave them, together with the education and the training, lifted them from where they were, and they are well on their way to becoming the SMEs, which will drive the economy like you know.
Madam, this is a very risky group to put your money on. Going forward, what do you see as a threat in people like you putting your money in this kind of clients?
I would not see it as a threat. I think many years ago we would have said that, but we discovered that this so-called threatened group really has repaid their loans in time. They have the highest repayment rates in the industry.
So what are the default rates we're talking about?
The default rates are really very minimal. It is nothing like you will see in the formal banking space. And our customers are very loyal, and when they discover that you really want to improve their lives, then they want to pay the loans. One of the things we reiterate with our customers is if you pay these loans well, it means you get repeat funding. It means that the next Kenyan will access funding. So there's a way Kenyans work around an institution that inspires trust in them. And I think Faulu has done that. So
this is a strategy that we're going to see going forward?
This is a strategy we are going to see going forward. But we will also focus our attention on the rising SME space. Because that is also an upcoming group. Once they develop their businesses and they move to the next level, then what? So we are saying that we'll come in to fill that space as well.
A lot of small institutions, DTMs, microfinance, they start out small, very specific niches, they cater to their people, but once the big money comes in, you forget about that, transform into a conventional bank, and you move on. Is that the story for Faulu? Are we going to see Faulu turn into Faulu Bank, and then all these small people who've helped you grow are left behind? I
think we've been very specific, even with our name, Faulu Microfinance Bank. That shows our commitment that we are still anchored to the roots. We believe in Kenyans. We believe that Kenyans have seen that even as we progress, we do not leave where we started. Financial intermediation is something that you find that we cannot ignore the big players as well. We do want to serve the SME market. We want to serve the corporates. We believe that any Kenyan, whether they want to access a low loan or millions of money, can find their space within Faulu. So we are not about to abandon that space, but we have seen Kenyans urge us, now that I am growing in my business, what next? So we can no longer ignore that Kenyans are also looking for a player who is able to provide affordable services while still maintaining the foundations from which we came.
We don't have time, but in 10 seconds, are we going to list anytime soon?
Right now, we've brought on board a very strong strategic partner, Old
Right.
Mutual, like you know.
Right.
And we are looking towards enhancing our partnership. So what you are bound to see is more products for a wider market.
Right.
As for listing, let's say that's the story for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll call you that other day we talk about that. Jacqueline Nyaga, who is a senior manager at Faulu, many thanks for coming on the show and helping us understand a little bit better on personal financing.
Thank
Edith?
you.